So now the next topic is benefits of implementing quality control. So there are 10 benefits that we are going to study under this topic, right? So the first one is customer satisfaction, which means that quality control ensures that products or services they consistently meet or exceeds the customer expectations. Meaning, when customers receive reliable, durable, and even high performance products, they are more likely to be satisfied with their purchase experiences, right? So this satisfaction this builds trust and loyalty towards the brand, which encourages the repeat business and positive word of mouth recommendations. Second benefit is reduced cost, which means that effective quality control it reduces the cost associated with defects, with rework, or even the scrap materials. Right. So by identifying and addressing the quality issues early in the production process, business can minimize the waste and can optimize the better usage of the resources. This will lead to lower the production cost, which will improve the cost efficiency and will also enhance the profitability of the organization. Now, the third benefit is enhanced reputation, which means that consistently delivering the high quality products or services, it will enhance a company's reputation in the marketplace, right? So, a strong reputation for quality it builds the credibility, it builds the trust among the customers, among the suppliers, and among all the stakeholders. So it differentiates the brand from competitors and it positions it as a reliable choice for consumers, right? So thereby they are attracted. So thereby the new customers as well as the it helps to retain the existing customers. The next benefit is compliance with standards, which means that quality control ensures that products or services they meet these industry standards, right? So uh, they meet the regulatory requirement, they meet the safety regulations. So by adhering to these standards, businesses can avoid the legal issues or even the fines and the penalties that they might face. Compliance also it demonstrates the commitment to quality and to safety, which can enhance trust and confidence also among the customers and among all the regulatory bodies. The next benefit is operational efficiency, which means that implementing quality control processes, it streamlines the production workflows and also it improves the operational efficiency. So we can say that by identifying and eliminating the inefficiencies, bottlenecks, and even the unnecessary processes, business can optimize the resources allocation and it can reduce the production cycle time, right? So this will result in another smoother operations. It will increase the productivity and enhance the overall efficiency across the organization. Next benefit is continuous improvement, which means that quality control it fosters a culture of continuous improvement within an organization by monitoring the key performance indicators, by analyzing the data, and by implementing the corrective actions. Business can they can identify the areas for improvement or initiatives to lead to the better process, products, or even the services, whatever they are delivering, and closely meeting the customer needs and the market demands. Now, the next benefit is competitive advantage, which means that superior quality it becomes a competitive advantage for businesses in the marketplace, right? So it helps to distinguish the brand from that of the competitors who may offer the similar products or the services. So we can say that customers are willing to pay a premium for quality, for recognizing its value in terms of reliability, in terms of performance, and in terms of longevity. So this competitive edge this helps businesses to attract the new customers, to retain the existing ones, and to expand the market share over time. Next benefit is employee morale and engagement. So quality control it improves the employees at all levels in maintaining and improving the products or the services quality. So engaging employees who understands their role in quality assurance, they are more motivated and committed to achieving their organizational goals. So their improvement this will foster a sense of ownership, sense of pride, and even the teamwork, which will lead towards the positive work environment and higher employee morale. Next is risk management. So we can say that by proactively identifying and addressing the quality issues by quality control it helps to mitigate the risk associated with the product recalls, product customer dissatisfaction, and even the warranty claims, right? So effective risk management, it protects the company's finance, its reputation, and it also helps to brand its integrity. So it ensures that resilience against the market uncertainties and regulatory changes. It ensures the long-term sustainability of the organization in the markets. The last benefit is customer retention and loyalty. Now we can say that high quality products or services, they contribute to the customer retention and loyalty. So satisfied customers, they are more likely to make repeat purchases and recommend the brand to others, right? So they become loyal. They advocates who contribute to the company's growth through positively testimonials or through the referrals also. So building strong customer relationship based on the quality leads to the sustainable business success and hence the profitability of the organization. Now the next topic is role of controlling and quality management. So there are 7 points that we are going to study under this. So we can see that controlling it plays a critical role in ensuring that quality management processes, they're effective, they're efficient, and they are consistent throughout an organization. So it involves monitoring, it involves evaluation, it involves regulations, regulating the various aspects of quality to achieve the desired outcome. So the several points under this are monitoring quality standards, which means that controlling ensures that established quality standards, specifications, and procedures are, they consistently followed across all the stages of production or even the service delivered, right? So because it involves setting the benchmarks for quality matrices, for monitoring the performance to detect the deviations or non-conformities early. Next one is performance evaluation, which means that controlling assesses the performance of quality management system, its process, and also its initiatives. So it measures the key performance indicators which are related to the quality, to the defect rates, and also with the customer complaints, right? And it helps to compliance with the standards, to work as per the standards. So this evaluation, it helps to identify the areas for improvement and for corrective actions also. So the next is corrective and preventive actions, which means that controlling oversees the implementation of corrective and preventive actions to address the quality issues. When deviations from quality standards are identified, controlling ensures that appropriate measures are taken to rectify the root cause and to prevent the recurrence of those errors. Now, this proactive approach, it minimizes the risk and enhances the product or the service reliability. Next is quality assurance and compliance, which means that controlling ensures that quality assurance measures are in place so as to verify the compliance with the regulatory requirement, with the industry. So controlling, we can say that quality assurance and compliance. We can say that controlling ensures the quality assurance measures that they are in place so as to verify their compliance with the regulatory requirements, with the industry standards, and even with the customer satisfaction. So it involves the conducting audits, it involves inspections, and even the reviews to confirm that adherence is there as per the quality protocols and to identify the opportunities for the enhancement in the quality of the products or the service. So the next is continuous improvement, which means that controlling fosters a culture of continuous improvement in quality management practices. We can say that by analyzing the data or by identifying the trends and even by benchmarking against the best practices, controlling facilitates the ongoing enhancement of the processes, of the products or even the services. The improvement cycle, it aims to achieve the higher level of customer satisfaction and even the operational excellence. Next point is integration with strategic goals. We can say that controlling aligns with quality management efforts with the organization's strategic goals and objectives. So it ensures that the quality initiatives, it supports the business growth. It helps to identify the areas for improvement. It helps the market to expand and also to retain the customer, right? So by integrating the quality into strategic planning, controlling enhances the overall organization effectiveness and the competitiveness of in the marketplace. Last point is feedback and communication. So we can say that controlling facilitates the feedback loops and communication channels regarding the quality performance. It ensures that the stakeholders, including the employees, including the customers or suppliers and management, they are informed about the quality issues, about the improvements, and about the achievements. So this transparency, it promotes the accountability, it promotes the collaboration in achieving the quality goals. So we can say that the quality control process, or it refers to the steps which are involved in with upholding the consistent standards and specifications for the products or the services that are provided to the customers. Any business can have its quality control process regardless of the type of the goods or the services they offer, because the process, it involves identifying the standards for quality. It will involve regularly reviewing the products to ensure that they meet the benchmark and performance, and also it helps to detect the errors, right, and to rectify the errors, right. It also involves ensuring that people are creating goods or offering the services when they have the necessary skills, when they are trained to provide the excellence in their area. So there are 7 points under the process. The first one is review industry standards, which means that research common quality standards for the item or the services for which the company is creating the process. Means by understanding the customer expectations, by knowing the quality levels the competitors are offering, or we can develop reasonable goals or even the expectations, right. So remember that high end products are likely to be better quality than the budget products, because because so look for the direct competitors in the similar market range, or for more relevant competitors in the similar price range or with the similar quality standards. Means considering doing market research with focus groups to to determine the quality range that the customers find acceptable. It will help us to specify the offerings that we are going to offer. The next is choose the most important measures. When developing the quality control process, it is very common to use multiple factors to assess a product's quality level, which means that for quality control procedures to be very effective, make sure that you understand which factors are most important for the business goals. That this helps us to to develop the realistic priorities when making the manufacturing of the design improvements. For example, consider the example of this, the quality control process for the manufacturing departmental of oil slick raincoats, right. So some of the priority factors the team would consider when designing their process, it would include the durability, it will include the fabric quality, and also we can say sizing, because these are the elements that help that have a significant influence on the customer satisfaction when we are manufacturing our raincoat. So the team will consider the colors match of the fabrics, but also they should have a perfect color match. Not less to customers that they have a durable garment, right, that fits them correctly. So color has the lower priority in the quality control process. So the next is see the details expectations. Means next, clearly explaining each quality standards, establishing the detailed expectations. It will make it easy for everyone on staff to to work together to achieve the quality goals and implement the quality control processes. Means for example, fast response times to email is an important quality metric for a customer service department, right. So the quality control process, it could include the instructions to to respond to the messages within 24 hours as a specified quality requirement. Next is align with the process with outcome, which means that develop the instructions for workflows that coordinate with the quality expectation. Means determine what protocol result in the best quality outcomes, that consistently meets our standards, then write down what the company procedures are, select the equipments and the tools that will enable the staff to accomplish the goal, means consider testing different operational methods so as to find the best practice for each aspect of the quality control. Next is develop training materials. To have an excellent quality control process, it is very important to prepare detailed training materials so that all the staff members, they understand the quality expectations very well. Means compiling the onboarding documents, handbooks, and even the blueprints that explains how to how to manufacture products, how to deliver the services, and how to complete the quality checks. It should be described that the steps in the quality control process, what they explain, what to explain, and when a product doesn't meet the standard. These all things should be, it should be specified to all the members of the team. The next is review and document data, which means that collect and analyze the information about quality standards. It includes details like the percentage of the product meeting the quality expectations, or average percentage or of the product, or we can say average customer satisfaction scores, or the product return rates, and the level of variation in the product specification. Means gathering the data, it provides us the process plans which we can we can use to adjust the workflows and give the feedbacks to the staff. Now the last is gather and apply feedback, which means that ask both consumers as well as staff for the feedback about how to improve the product quality. While analyzing the data, it is very useful because seeking the opinions, it will help the owner, or the help the employer to give an additional perspective on different ways to enhance the quality control processes. Because as customers taste and opinions change, we can use the feedbacks to learn about what changes we should bring into our products. The next topic is cost control. Cost control, it is an important aspect of building our business finances and helping increase its profitability. Means understanding cost control methods can help you to maintain a budget for your projects and increase the product profitability. What is cost? It is the aspect of building a business finances, means how the finances can be managed, means underutilization should be there, or no extra expenses should be incurred. Importance of cost control. So the first one is budget helps to stay on track, means a budget should be met to keep the things on the track. Means setting and adhering to budget in a is very important aspect of of cost control, that ensures that a project remains on a schedule and within its financial limits, because our budget acts as a financial roadmap, detailing expected expenses and over income over a period of time. By establishing a clear budget, management can set the realistic financial boundaries and time frames for the project completion. Now, this approach not only helps in resource allocation, but it also enhances the accountability among the team members. When employees understand the financial constraints and deadlines, they associate what are associated with their task, they are more likely to work efficiently and to avoid the unnecessary delays, right? Because regularly monitoring the expenditures against the budget, it helps to identify the deviations early. It allows for timely corrective actions. Overall, we can say that having a budget keeps the project on track, it keeps the budget organized, focused, and also it aligns with the company's financial goals. Now the next importance is keeps the project's cost from growing, which means that cost control methods, they are very crucial for preventing the escalation of the project cost, because when they occur due to the unforeseen expenses or of financial planning, the organization may have to suffer. So we can say that by continuously tracking and reviewing the expenses, businesses can quickly identify areas where costs are rising unexpectedly. Now we can say that this proactive approach, it allows the project managers to make the necessary adjustments, such as renegotiation contracts, finding more cost effective suppliers, or reallocating the resources. Additionally, we can say that involving the financial professionals when the budget seems inefficient, it helps us to ensure that the expert advice is available to navigate the financial challenges, right? So the last one is keeps the profitability high. Now, the primary goal of cost control is to maximize the profitability by ensuring that the project revenues they significantly exceeds the expenses, right? So effective cost management, it ensures that every dollar spent or every money spent, it contributes to the project success without unnecessary waste. So by minimizing the cost, by avoiding the overruns, by or business can enhance their profitability margins. This in return, it will improve the company's overall financial health. It will provide for more refunds for the reinvestment in growth opportunities and for research and development and also for other strategic initiatives. Now, factors of cost control. So the first factors of cost control basically, monitoring and controlling the cost of a project. It involves the several key factors that helps to ensure that the project stays within the budget and it remains profitable. So relating to this, we can say that there are certain factors of control, cost control. So the first is cost of labor. So the cost of labor includes all the wages which are paid to the employees working on a project along with the benefits, any benefits or the taxes associated with their employment. Means when planning a project's budget, it is very important to accurately estimate the labor cost. This means that calculating how many employees will be needed, the duration of their work of the project, and even their timely hourly salary rates. For example, if a project requires 5 employees working for 6 months, we might need to consider not only their wages but also the additional cost like healthcare or health insurance, retirement contribution, and even the taxes. So, accurate labor cost estimation ensures that the budget reflects the true cost of human resources needed to complete the project. Now the next is cost of material. Now we can say that the cost of material, it encompasses all the suppliers and even the equipments necessary for the project, which means that this includes the items purchased before the project begins, materials required during the project or during the production, and also any additional supplies which are needed to complete the project. For instance, if in a construction project, we can say materials might include concrete, it might include steel, and even the tools, because it is important to track these expenses closely. As material cost, they can vary due to the market fluctuations, due to the shipping delays, or even due to the change in the project requirements. So properly, estimating and monitoring the material cost, it helps to prevent the budget overruns and also ensures that the necessary resources they are available as and when they are needed. So the next factor is the actual cost, meaning the actual cost refers to the total expenses incurred from start to the end of the project, which means that it includes the labor cost, it includes material cost, or any other expenses related to the project. So, for example, administrative cost, equipment rentals, or even these subcontractor payments, right? So tracking the actual cost, it involves recording every expenditure and even comparing it with the planned budget, right? So this ongoing monitoring, this helps to identify any deviations early, right? So it will allow for adjustment to keep the project on track financially. Next is cost variance, which means that it is the difference between the budget of the cost of a project and the actual cost, which means that we can say that if the budget for the project is rupees 1 lakh, just we're taking this for an example, if the budget is 1 lakh but the project end up costing 1 lakh and 50,000, means the cost variance is 50,000. Now this variance, this indicates that the project went over budget. 50,000 we have incurred it extra, 50,000 is over the budget. So analyzing the cost variance, it helps to identify why the budget was exceeded, whether due to high labor cost or even due to unexpected material expenses or even many other factors. So understanding the cost variance, it is very essential for improving the future budgets because it helps to estimate and making the necessary adjustment during the current projects to control the cost. Now the last is return on investment. Now, or we can also say, call it ROI. ROI, it measures the profitability of the project in relation to its cost, right? So it is calculated by comparing the project's revenue with its total expenses. So a high ROI, it indicates that the project has generated significantly more money than it cost, right? Making it highly profitable. So for example, we can say if a project cost 10 lakh, but it brings around 20 lakh revenue, right? So the return on investment is high, means the expected return on revenue was 10 lakh, but it has exceeded 10 lakh more. So tracking the return on investment, it helps the businesses to determine the financial success of a project and make informed decision about the future investment. So projects with high rate on investment, they contribute positively to the company's overall financial health and growth. Now, the last topic is cost control methods. There are 5 methods. So, the first one is planning the budget properly, which means that one method of cost control, it is the, that most businesses use when starting a new project is budget management. Means that, by setting the aside enough time to develop an accurate budget for new project, it is very important because because organizing will ensure that the cost variance is relatively low, right? So ban budgeting, businesses take all the parts of the project into consideration. It includes how many employees they need for the project, how much time do they need to complete the project, or how much material they would need to complete the project. So it's very essential to leave plenty of space in your budget for any cost that might arise unexpectedly, right? For example, some projects may end up taking longer than expected time, or they may require more material than it was planned, right? Which is why it is very important to save funds for within the budget for the sudden changes in the process. Next is monitoring all expenses using checkpoints, which means that monitoring all the expenses related to a project, it is very common cost control uh, method that businesses they use to ensure that the budget is being followed correctly. Means businesses have checkpoints that they analyze periodically throughout a project, or to review the team members are maintaining the budget, and to decide if there are any changes that are occurring in the process, because professionals can analyze these checkpoints on a weekly to monthly basis. Means a list is being prepared, and whatever the process has been done, a tick is put on those checklists, right? So finance professionals, they can analyze the changes needed using these checkpoints and to accommodate the budget accordingly, because using this cost control method, it allows for any change to be made that do not affect the budget significantly. The next method is using change and control system. So change control system, or we can say they are cost control methods that account for any change that might have a larger impact on the budget, because these changes, they occur from any issues that arise during the project or significantly delays the cost project due and does not meet its deadline, which might cause a rise in the cost of labor and even the material. So change control system, they monitor the all the changes made within the budget, right? So they also document the changes whatever have occurred, and they ensure that all the changes being made are vital to the project, right? They lead towards the attainment of the organizational goal. Next is having time management, which means that time management, it is a cost control method that keeps the expenses of a project down by meeting the project deadlines. When a project goes beyond the deadline, it can cause the cost of the overall project to be very expensive or to be very high, right? So since they continue to use the materials and employees to complete the project, which lowers the project's profitability. The last is tracking the earned value. We can say that using the earned value cost control method, it is very popular among accountants because it involves, by multiplying the percentage of work completed on a project by the budget at the time of the project completion, right? Means the difference, whatever the difference has been occurred. Earned value helps the professionals to predict the financial outcomes of the project depending on the time to complete the project and the total expenses of the projects and the overall cost of the project.